we go. All right.
I would like to hear some musica.
It's up.
Oh, I'm not hearing it.
I hear it
Well,
fine.
it's going. It's going. I'm
Yeah.
hearing it.
Yeah, it's going. I just don't blare it like you do, TJ. I'm sorry.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, I have it as high as I can have it.
Mayhem.
This is Mayhem's Amigos. I'm TJ with Steve, Fat 420, and Adam. We've got the whole crew back in the wake of what is probably one of the biggest storms that has hit Central Texas in recent memory.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so sad. I've been reading reports like 70 people's already dead from it, and there is still 23 kids missing.
I am currently on the drive back from Las Cruces with my son, and we are literally driving right into this deluge
Yeah.
where I've got the wipers on high and I cannot see
Yeah.
but maybe a half a mile ahead of the car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And as you guys can hear, this rain is really coming down. We drove into the next part of this storm, and that's only what we got so far is only the beginning. Adam,
Right.
if you would please, because I am driving, go ahead and read the New York Times article that you brought up that involves what we're dealing with down here in Central Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Live updates. This was updated an hour ago.
Oh.
Desperate search for missing in Texas floods as death toll rises to 70. 11 girls from a summer camp along the Guadalupe River in Texas Hill Country are among those unaccounted for. Forecasters warned of more rain and possible flash flooding in the hard-hit areas on Sunday, according to the report from the New York Times. So here's the latest. Hundreds of searchers were combing wide swaths of central Texas on Sunday morning looking for any survivors of the devastating floods, including girls still missing from a Riverside summer camp, as the confirmed death toll climbed to at least 70, and forecasters warned that downpours would continue in areas already reeling. 11 campers and one counselor from Camp Mystic, the girls' summer camp in Kerr County, remained missing on Sunday, according to Larry Letha, the county sheriff. The sheriff also said that 22 of those found dead had not yet been identified, including 4 children.
So that's long and the short of what we have been looking at in the hill country over the last couple of days. Now, like I said, Riley and I luckily got out. And Adam, you could go ahead and remove that. Thank you.
All right.
Riley and I luckily got out before it really hit. And we spent the weekend out in Las Cruces for the 4th of July, which I'll get into some other heavy hits from this weekend after a little bit. That'll be more on a personal level. First of all, when I get back, I'll be talking to a couple of friends of mine, and I will be volunteering as a backup tracker to be going out with the search and rescue teams as a searcher to try to see if I can help find some of these people.
Okay.
Another thing that the New York Times and most of your news outlets are failing to report, which I will give you from living here and being on ground zero.
So basically, first-hand experience through you is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes. So first of all, the rain has been off and on since Friday morning. It has actually since Thursday night. It has not stopped. And we have been dealing with this for quite a while. As this rain has continued to come down, it has delivered the one thing that Central Texas has needed for the last 3 years, and that is a desperate amount of water. Our lakes were all at 55% or less capacity.
Oh, wow.
Didn't need it.
We are now all lakes
time.
are now just shy of 100%.
Wow.
Wow.
That's been in the last 72 hours. Part 2 to this is it's not just the towns and the villages and cities that are being affected. Also being affected is the ranchers, the
Yeah.
That's the process. How this is coming in.
Right.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, TJ, you're breaking up quite a bit.
I think you just hit the storm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm probably in the middle of that right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So as you can all see, I'm back, bitches.
Yeah. 420 is back rolling in his new studio.
About a week and a half ago, I finally moved in. Actually, it was it's about a week ago, a little over a week ago. I didn't have internet, for a few days, or actually a week. But yeah, so like I said, the reason why I was off air is because I was basically packing and moving. And the week before I finally moved in, I was literally going at least once a day with a truck chock full of my stuff to help alleviate for the last day when Ty came and helped. And then I had Wednesday or Thursday, about 2 weeks ago, I had another friend help me with it. He had a big truck, so we filled up his truck and moved. And then I had to, let's just say, move in 3 days early because of a situation.
Okay.
The rest of the cast knows, so
yeah.
I just didn't want to get into it on air. So, but it's all good. It happens. Shit happens. They only took one thing, but that I can see, but it's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I got internet, and fortunately enough, the internet that I got was actually the people that I'm renting from. They decided to go ahead and add that into the rent.
Right.
So, and the guys here know what I'm paying, and it's a really good deal.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
I mean, I got a whole house to myself for that price and internet.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. That's pretty good for what you're paying.
Right, and I'm 3 blocks from a dispensary.
Shit.
I'm about 5 blocks from my record store that I love to go to all the time. I'm literally 30 feet away from an Asian food market, so if I'm ever stoned or overly drunk, I don't have to drive. I can just walk out the front door and go there, grab a sandwich and drink, and come back. And
you can get those seaweed chips that you like.
The seaweed chips. Actually, today I had some sour cream and onion shrimp chips. It basically tasted. You couldn't taste the shrimp at all because I think the sour cream and the onion was overpowering it. But it was basically made from ground up shrimp, like a flour shrimp.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But they were called shrimp chips. But those were good. I've had a coffee from there that was from Thailand that was like freaking out. I had that at about 10 o'clock and I'm still wired from it. It's that strong. But the thing is, they have almost 150, a little over 150 milligrams of sugar in the bottle.
Shit.
Really?
This was a 32-ounce bottle.
Okay.
Damn.
So
yeah. So, and this wasn't like sugar. This is like it said real cane sugar on it.
Yeah, it's cane sugar.
It was the good sugar, and thing was, I went and I had a bottle, and it was like $4 or so, but I went up there, and the guy's like, "Oh yeah, I got a bottle right there that's past its due date or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
it's not expired, but Best Buy date on it."
Right.
Yeah.
And it was like another $1.50 off. I'm like, okay, as long as it works for my link card, right? Because they actually do take link card, which is really cool.
Do they? Cool.
Yeah. So that's really cool about it. I mean, they have tons of Asian stuff there that I totally love, and it's going to be a cool little snack place.
Do they have cream of someone, guy?
No, unfortunately not.
Yeah.
And then on the other side of that, they got a vape store that I got to go to, and then
cool.
About six blocks away, I got a Aldi and Walmart. It's just so much more opportunity for me, to make for my mental health and stuff, you know.
Yeah,
And
things seem a lot more convenient for you. 420.
yeah, it's more convenient. It's more peace because don't have to worry about
you're in a house all by yourself.
bothering a neighbor. I can be as loud as I want.
You can walk to the racetrack if you wanted to.
Well,
maybe.
Yeah, I mean it's still 4 miles away, but it is.
Yeah. Okay, never mind.
It is 30 miles. It used to be 45 minutes. Now it only takes me 10 minutes.
Oh, that's
okay.
good.
So you save a lot on gas.
Yeah, and then if I do get a little bit of at the track, then it'll be a little bit easier to drive home.
Yeah, you don't have to go
because it just pull off the track, go a straight line, and then when you get to this one road, you go a straight line, and then when you get to this one road, go a straight line, and I'm like about 50 feet off of that.
Okay.
Turn
as long as you don't run those stop signs.
Oh, no. But, like I said, it's all good for me. So, the mental health issues and stuff, I have more opportunities to do things. I'm closer to the comic book stores and, the mall and, I mean.
Now what you need is a good roommate to eat up half of that payment to make things a little bit cheaper for you.
Yeah, but that'll be a while. I say at least a year or two because they still there's still a few things we got to do here before that can happen. So,
yeah, that's fair.
But I am trying this nice.
There you go.
Oh yeah,
thing is, how well can you walk upstairs?
How many?
4?
6, 8,
4 to get in the front. 4 to get in the front door, and about 4 short ones to go up the back steps to the kitchen.
Well, I can do those. As long as there's a handrail. Yeah.
The front steps technically doesn't. I mean, it has like a concrete, thing.
Oh yeah, okay. I know what you're talking about.
You can probably hold on to that.
That's kind of like what Lori has. Yeah.
But the back door has a handrail.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's possible.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm not.
No.
Putting that out of whatever you want to call it.
Exactly.
It's still on the table, so I don't mind it. It just depends.
Okay, so about the Texas stuff, I got some information from Julie.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. What's the
looks like? According to a press conference, they're doing rapid DNA tests to identify the 22 deceased that they haven't.
Oh my!
And there's currently an evacuation occurring on the Guadalupe River now. Searchers are moving to higher ground.
Yeah.
Oh wow! So it's getting more full.
Yeah.
I was watching Fox News Now earlier. They were live, and the river was in the banks, but it was flowing very fast, and it was just starting to rain again. Because you could see some. Because they were watching this one dude. They were in that camp. Trying to film in the camp, and you could watch the guys walking up and down the banks. It was sad. I mean, they were taking pictures of they were cleaning out some of the cabins, and pulling shit out of them, trying to find whatever they could find. I guess one of the little girls they found clinging to a tree.
Yeah, there were 2 girls they found in a tree that were still alive. There was one girl who was clinging to a mattress going down the flooding.
How would a mattress be unless it's one of those blow-up mattresses?
It's probably one of those light camping mattresses.
Yeah.
It's probably fairly buoyant because it's foam on the inside.
Right.
Okay, gotcha.
So it may not be much, but for like a little girl.
Oh yeah, for a 7-8-year-old,
For someone like us, that shit's not working. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, it'd be like a log for some of us.
But for like a 60-pound little girl,
right,
holding on to that, So
it's like a wide, flat foam pool noodle is basically what you're saying. Is what those mattresses are. And being that wide and long that it's easier to keep it buoyant. So, I can see that.
So, it's a lot like a pool float.
Oh, here it comes back.
Yep. All right, TJ, do we got you?
Back.
TJ, you in?
Well, I'm not
No,
hearing
not yet.
anybody.
Okay, we can hear
we
you.
hear you.
We can
Well,
hear
Not that
you.
that
Well,
makes a
as you
difference
could
when
tell,
can hear us.
as you guys could hear, and I apologize for all this, but you can tell it is affecting our cell service in the area as well.
Oh,
Yeah. Yep, very much.
And, Steve would probably say that it sounds like I'm going to the bank.
Yep. That's what I said.
It does.
TJ
Except for
did
this
the
time
bank.
it's the bank of the river.
The bank of the river, yeah.
And I just said, yeah. Oh, boy. See, just
So, TJ, while you're away, we learned that they're doing rapid DNA testing on the 22 deceased. And they're also evacuating the Guadalupe River now, and searchers are getting to higher ground.
no. TJ did the bank.
We have TJ
Random,
Payne,
random.
everybody.
The aliens are getting TJ.
Yeah, it's
Now, what would I'm reading? I mean, I'm still comprehending, so I'm a little slow.
okay.
But what would doing rapid DNA testing do to help identify? If you don't
there's-
have a parent, though.
Well, it's basically if there's anything on file, the rapid DNA test
okay.
would allow for that stuff.
Okay.
Right,
Take
right.
That was silent for a second. And
Yep.
he was so ugly. And broke his
TJ
hand.
is muted. Can we unmute TJ? No, I cannot. Which is kind of weird.
He's muted.
Because you have all the.
Yeah, I can't unmute TJ for some reason.
He muted himself. Yeah.
Yep. TJ, you're muted if you can hear us.
I know.
The weather in Texas has made Mayhem's Amigos a little bit chaotic.
Yeah.
So I apologize about the state of the show, listeners.
Well, as the old saying goes, you know how the old saying goes: if you don't get kicked out of Mayhem's Amigos, you know you're doing something wrong. Well, I guess our new thing is if you hear TJ at a glitching, that means he's at a bank.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like we have TJ Payne and his auto tune.
TJ Payne.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys think about that. I didn't know you guys think about it. I thought when I think about this thing, I thought it makes me start to doubt. I mean, I hate to say this because
Okay.
oh shit, he's back.
There he is. Can you hear us, TJ?
I'm hearing you guys now, and I apologize
Okay.
for this. We're experiencing some cell difference in the area.
Yeah.
So this is part of what you deal with when you're in a natural disaster area.
Yep.
Mm.
That's
FEMA's
what
been
happens.
called though.
Yep.
FEMA is on their way.
FEMA is on their way. Oh shit.
Not sure whether to be comforted or terrified.
She's just jealous. Ty, you ain't got a mustache like this, baby. I'll give a mustache ride. That 420 got a good mustache.
That's all I can get. Otherwise, I got Scott Tenderman's pubes on my chin.
Oh,
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
But it's all good.
All right, so currently that road.
Yeah.
did that click on? Oh,
It sounds like he's on very crappy auto tune.
See that's the only concern I have for my internet is if there's a super bad storm, because I have that 5G cell phone tower internet,
Yeah.
which the up and download are really super good for the price. Now
Yeah.
I do know, because it's on a cell. I noticed since it's on a cell phone tower, depending on what time of day it is, they'll change the up and download speeds.
Yeah.
Because when I first tested it out, it was getting like 350 down and like 50 up.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Like in the middle of the afternoon.
Right.
But like right about midnight, right before I went to bed, it was only like 250 down and about 30-ish up. So I mean, it's still good. It's just
that's the problem with mine. Mine's about. It usually runs.
Oh, the storms don't bother it much, Ty, with it. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
But
for his, I'm willing to bet it's more the water hitting the towers.
Right, and then the
yeah.
Are you on Wi-Fi or fiber?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah. Are you on Wi-Fi or fiber?
Cell phone.
Oh, so you're on Wi-Fi.
I'm on fiber.
Cell phone.
You're on fiber?
Yeah. Yep.
Wi-Fi would be.
I don't know what I'm on. Honestly, yes, we have options. I don't. And I was paying attention to I was looking at my internet because of the radio show. And
basically, what I'm saying is my internet is just a glorified hotspot.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, better than nothing.
So, with more perks.
Yeah. It's slightly more stable. Slightly.
Yeah. But the cool thing about this device is I can tell if someone's like busted into it, like snuck in somehow.
Yeah.
Because I do click a few buttons and it tells me how many devices I have on it.
Oh.
And since I only have right now only 4 devices, if I see like more than 4, I know someone got in.
Oh.
So that's another cool perk I like about it.
Yeah.
But so far it's been doing good. It did glitch one time, but I think it's just because of that, sometimes how when you're talking with someone and it glitches out, kind of like what TJ's doing now.
Yeah.
All right. So hopefully we'll see how long it lasts this time. And I apologize to everybody. And this is just what we're dealing with. It is a natural disaster area up here right now.
Yeah, you sound a lot better now, TJ. So
you had to say that, didn't you, Madam? God damn it, Adam! You had to fucking say that. Haven't you learned? You don't say anything in it, and if you don't say anything, don't jinx it. Don't say anything.
Go ahead, TJ.
Yeah, I've never really had problems with my internet here.
Yes, Ty. Yes, I did. I spoke too soon.
Yep.
I was hopeful.
Right.
Well, the wind and the rain and everything's bouncing off everything else. And
it's definitely not going to help TJ's signal. It's like we have to remember everybody. He's going through a lot of rain. Texas is getting the water they need, but they're getting it all at the same fucking time. It's like if they could have spaced that out. It's like if they could have just spaced out this rain in a few months span, it would have been good.
Or at least a couple weeks,
Yeah.
I just think all the people that are trying to get hold of loved ones that live in Texas to find out they're okay. Well, shit, the cell phone towers are like, they don't know what they're supposed to be doing.
What's this say? Oh, unable to load layouts. All right, bite my ass, StreamYard.
Yes, say you don't need to do the layouts. I got that.
I don't need to do anything right now except pay attention to the road and make sure that my kid remembers the lessons that he learned when we were with my adopted Mexican family this weekend.
Oh boy!
What? How to?
Hey, Steve. Steve. Oh, we got fresh pico. I got the family recipe for tamales.
Oh.
I
They say, didn't
cannot
Riley
wait.
get to
I
try
will be,
something new?
and I will be making the tamales this year at Christmas.
Oh.
Say, didn't Riley
For-
get to try something special over at their house?
Oh yeah. Riley got to try for the first time a Mexican hot dog.
What
Oh,
is that?
So essentially, a Mexican hot dog is a hot link that's wrapped up with a tortilla. You add some pico, fresh pico.
Uh-huh.
Well, I heard it, and I'm like, boy, you better go get yourself something to drink. He also learned manners of a Hispanic family this weekend and how instead of arguing back, he just needs to say yes, sir, and go do what he was told.
uh-huh.
So
A lot of kids.
finally, we get him to go get a glass of milk. He comes back. He made it about halfway through, you guys, and he was as red as a tomato. Now, he said the first bite was fine. That was just the hot link. The second bite,
Right.
that had the pico. And, buddy, that got him.
Yeah.
Ooh.
He also learned a little bit of basic Spanish. We got to go to White Sands National Monument.
Okay.
Oh,
We
cool.
went down into Old Mesilla for a little while, and we weren't there long. It was packed. We didn't even get out of the car.
Okay.
But otherwise,
Oh, wow.
I would have taken him into the Billy the Kid store so he could check out all the stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
A lot of other things on a personal level went very haywire this weekend.
Oh.
Riley lost his phone. I pretty much got heartbroken again. Go figure.
You tried, though. You tried.
Yeah, I did put the effort forward. I tried.
It just wasn't met. It wasn't reciprocated.
Yeah.
But you know what? Here's the kicker to it, though, is I've begun to think that my luck is so bad that even Maria would turn me down.
No.
There are times that if you didn't have bad luck, TJ, you wouldn't have any luck at all.
This is very true.
Right.
I mean, not
So
only,
we are-
it seems like your love life is kind of that way.
Dude, I mean, I could anything else I touch and I work on it comes together in some way, shape, or form or another very successful.
Yeah.
When it comes to me and my love life, dude, I'd be better off getting slapped multiple times in the face with a bag of diarrhea.
No, it's
Oh, my.
it's more of how is it going to fail, not if it's going to fail.
Dude, you can always think of it this way. I asked Bubba's aunt out.
That's true.
Yeah, you did. I've heard about that actually.
I didn't know who she was, but I found out really quick who she was.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Bubba was real quick to contact you back.
Oh yeah.
What I understand.
Oh yeah. Leave my motherfucking name alone. I didn't know your fucking name, motherfucker. I said first name, you know.
Well, I mean, all right. So let me kind of explain what I want and where I'm at.
Okay.
Okay. I want someone that is going to be a friend. I want someone that is going to be by my side. I want a partner.
Yeah.
All right.
I am sick and tired of the endless hit and run.
Yeah.
You know, that's like getting side-checked into the wall in turn 4 every damn week.
Yeah.
And it's right at the white flag. You're in the last turn, and they check you and knock you out of the race.
Well, it seems like you're either friend zoned or you become a wallet.
Yeah, pretty much. That has been my luck. It's either friend zone or I am the wallet. Oh, hey, you've got money. Here, let me bleed you dry and steal all your shit.
Hey, at least you got both of those.
Ooh.
I got neither.
TJ
Exactly.
savings and
420.
loans.
Exactly. Huh. Exactly.
But that's not as bad as what happened with Squirrel. That poor girl, she's got some serious soul searching to do. I'm not at liberty to discuss it on the air.
Yeah,
But it's very severe, and it really does. It affects everything for her.
honestly,
How's it going, Volt? Good to see you.
Yeah,
What's up, buddy? Fucking girl.
I'd be praying for Squirrel. That's some shit she's got to sift through.
Yeah, she really got dealt a raw deal. And poor Squirrel. I mean, my God.
I mean, what happened seems to be very clear cut. It's just, what is she going to do with that information?
Well, the first thing she's going to do is with it either next weekend or the weekend after, she's coming my direction and she's going to be hanging out for the weekend.
Yeah, Lord knows you both deserve it.
Right.
And we agreed it's time to tie one on.
Yeah. Huh? So is Riley going to be the designated driver there?
He might have to be. I may have to teach him how to drive a manual real quick.
Yep.
You. So you could be the designated driver.
Wait a minute. Is he arguing with learning how to drive?
He's a today's kid. They argue about everything.
Jesus.
How old is he?
He's 13. You keep it up, and I'm going to make you drive a Hornet that Steve builds.
Oh, fuck.
Dude, I was like 10 when I first learned how to drive a stick. And that was a 72 Chevy half-ton 3-speed on a tree, too.
There you go. Those were fun.
So when I learned like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And Ty has some advice for Riley.
Exactly.
Grind him till you find him.
Yep.
Unless it's
there you go. Ty says to tell you to grind them until you find them.
Yeah.
Unless it's a race car, you don't want to grind them because otherwise you just blow up your transmission.
Yeah. Or
just ask Jeff Gordon.
I was talking to you, Riley.
Or a 1976 Mustang Cobra. You don't want to fuck those transmissions up because they were built in Germany. It takes forever to get fucking parts.
Oh, really?
Hell yeah, it does. Those were Borg Warners, if I remember correctly, weren't they?
Yes.
Or no, they were Bosch.
Yeah.
Bosch, yeah.
That was a Bosch transmission.
I just know I fucked one up. And
I will say this, it's better than a Dodge transmission.
Well, you know what, you guys, I got to be honest. As you guys all know, I've been looking for a new truck. I've been really thinking about it. I want to buy one. My heart is obviously set on the Silverado. I love the new Silverados.
Those are nice trucks. I will give you that.
But I bit the bullet the other day, and I've got a close second.
Okay. So
and I have to admit it, it's the Ram.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, another Dodge that'll have transmission problems.
The Lone Star Edition 1500 Ram is a very close second to the Silverado that I want.
420, what do you think? Do you agree with Ty's assessment of that?
Considering I had a Dodge, yes, I agree.
I
It
love
doesn't
my
take
Dodge.
much to be better than Dodge shit, according to Ty.
I've had 3 Dodges, and they've all been
one had a really loud exhaust.
Well, they all did. You jump up here, you're gonna go what?
Well, I am kind of jealous though of Ty's new truck though. It is pretty sweet.
Say, what type of truck does Ty have now?
Bet you got 3/4.
Don't remember the exact model, but it's a 250 4x4 a diesel. Ford.
I'm not going back to the blue oval. I'll tell you that now.
Okay, 2017 F250 Power Stroke.
Oh yeah, big boy.
That's it does because he actually took me because of an incident that happened. He took me home real quick to get some stuff so I can spend the night here.
Yeah,
and that was a sweet ride going there and back. So hard in hell to get in because it sits up so much higher than mine, but it's still pretty cool though.
All right, so we are 50 miles to Menard.
Okay.
And we've got to go through Menard, Mason, and Llano, which once we hit Menard, we are entering the disaster zone.
Oh, geez. Okay.
So we're kind of on the outskirts of it now, leaving El Dorado. But we will be entering it once we get into Menard.
So do you think you can have Riley take some pictures? Maybe
I would love to have him take pictures with his phone, but coincidentally,
I I mean,
His
can't
phone
find
now
it.
has a new permanent home in the desert somewhere.
way to go.
So there was-
Barry. Way to go.
There was
Well-
$275 worth of deductible and a phone on the way to replace it.
Oh, damn.
He's going to be mowing a lot of yards to pay for that back.
Yeah.
He's going to be scrubbing some dishes, buddy. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
That was a Samsung Galaxy S24, and he lost it.
Mm.
Oh, well, ain't no big loss. It's a Samsung.
That was an $1,100 phone, dude.
You paid
Why does a
$1,100
13-year-old
too
kid have
much.
$1,100 fucking phone? Doesn't have a job.
Because he needed one reliable because his mother panics a lot.
Well, guess what?
And she won't buy it, so guess who got stuck buying it?
Guess what?
Me.
I have a reliable phone too, motherfucker, and it only costs $125. It didn't cost $1,100 fucking dollars. It's reliable.
Oh, that's cool, Ty.
I mean, I got a hell of a deal on it when I bought it and I added it to my plan, but
Right.
Yeah.
I'm telling you what.
Still a pain in the ass to lose it. I get it.
I have asked AT&T when they send this new one out, though, to make sure that it has the Velcro option so he can Velcro the thing to his hand and not lose the damn thing again.
Yeah.
Well, you can always put a pop socket on the back of it.
Yep. Something.
Oh, we were combing that area of the Chihuahuan Desert for about 4 hours trying to find it everywhere we went, and we could not find that thing to save our lives.
Well, you do know if you always had an iPhone, you could just ping it and you can find it that way. So
Yeah, I know. I keep hearing that. I've got the AT&T Secure Family. I got to do a little work with it, but I have it, and I'm going to set it up where I could start pinging it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Say for $1,100 fucking dollars, a motherfucker better jump up and down and say, "I'm right here."
Right.
Yeah, no kidding, right? I mean, I never had a problem with my flip phone.
Nope.
Yep.
I never had problems with my Nokia.
Get him a jitterbug.
It's like I'm sorry, but these kids nowadays, they need to experience dumb
He's a-
phones.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, the old ones are, Ty, anyway.
Yeah.
Phones.
It could be worse. It could be those phones that fold in half that make the bigger screen where it cracks in the middle of it
Yeah.
after a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's all good. Really, the only reason why I did get an iPhone is because when my nieces and nephews were younger, it was easier just to see a picture of me on there, and then because I couldn't read yet, and they can just take their parents' phone and just click my picture, and then iMessage, whatever the fuck it's called,
Yeah.
me whenever they wanted to. So that's really the only reason why I got one. And then I noticed also that the signal is better than some Androids too, because especially when you're at like Fairbury, for instance,
Oh.
Yeah.
if you're there during the day, if you're there at the very beginning when not really many people are around, you'll get a plenty of signal. But once there's like 5,000 people at the track,
Oh yeah.
you're going to get very crappy signal. And it's even to the point, even at their biggest show of the year, the creme de la creme at Fairbury, the Prairie Dirt Nationals,
Yeah.
they actually bring a couple portable cell towers just for that reason. So that way people will have cell service.
Oh, because everybody's streaming the race and calling people, all
Yeah.
that kind of shit.
Well, if you have a lot of people in one area, it's going to crowd the one tower or two that you have.
And that
It'll
was
bring out a few more.
right. And that was
Oh.
my only concern with the internet that I have because of that. But considering it's 5G, it'll be fine. So
Yeah. 5G is either really good or it really sucks. And if you have decent signal, you'll be fine.
and being that I'm in the middle of the city, I'm going to have
Yeah.
plenty of cell towers to ping off of. So I mean,
Yeah.
Now, if I had the same thing where I was, that'd be a different story. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
All right, we have TJ back online now.
hopefully.
Yep.
Welcome back,
Can you guys
TJ.
hear me?
Kinda.
Well, it's
We
about
can
time, right?
There you go.
There
There's
we
the
go.
boss man.
All right, that. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
we
Yeah.
can.
This fucking. Okay. Thank God.
Yep, you're getting closer to that natural disaster, TJ. So your signal's not going to be all too stellar.
Oh. I think we lost.
God, I
TJ.
hate 4G LTE.
Well, we heard that.
No, I'm right here. I hate this fucking 4G LTE bounce back and forth shit. When I get into a
Oh.
place that's got my 5G, this phone does great.
Yeah, say you got
Right.
the same type of phone I do, I think.
But I should be getting
Yes.
closer to the tower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I think TJ has an S24 Ultra Samsung. So,
No, I have an S23 Ultra.
okay. All right.
So my S23, I love my S. I
I love
actually
it too.
I S
So,
So, as you could tell, signal in TJ's area is still kind of spotty due to the
Little
due to
bit.
the flooding and
we-
stuff.
weather and not near.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially since there's probably no power to some of those cell towers too in that area.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Well, like I said earlier, on another note, it's the end of an era with Black Sabbath and Ozzy. He did his final concert, and
yeah.
I've been reading people's comments on some of these videos I've seen on Facebook, and it's
All
like,
right, how's
Yeah.
that?
Good.
All right.
it's good.
Yep.
It's bad.
420, you're such a
Here,
dick.
I'll tell you what, you guys.
Well, if you say it's good, it's going to mess up. So if I say
Okay.
it's bad, it's
All
not
right.
going to mess
Yeah.
up.
All right. That's
That's
fair.
what I meant by that.
That's true. That's true.
All right. Go on ahead, TJ.
Oh, I've been reading all those comments too, Fat for 20. Yeah, I
And people are saying like, oh well, Sharon's gonna stuff his dead corpse and make him go back on stage to sing more, and it's like, really, people?
Wow.
yeah.
That's,
And then
that's
there's people
really
are
cool.
saying, oh well, his vocals are bad. I don't know why he didn't do this years ago. And it's like, that's the reason why he's doing it now, because he knows he can't do
It's
it anymore.
over, yeah.
So he's wanting to have one last hurrah with his
Yeah.
band that he started with
I
when
guess
he was 18 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
He's
started Black
77
Sabbath.
now.
I mean, he was with a band called Earth, but basically, he was
Yeah.
18. He started singing when he was 16,
Yeah.
and his dad actually bought him an amp and a mic so he can sing in bands.
Yeah.
And then when he was about 18 is when he was Black Sabbath, and he's how old now?
77. I believe
77.
77.
So he's been literally doing this for 60 years.
Oh, yeah.
Plus.
I know Bill Ward's 77, so.
Dude,
Oh,
he was an
someone
animal on those drums. Oh, and
Fuck yeah.
Geezer was, and what I liked about it was, what I found out was, like, each of the songs that Black Sabbath did, it showcased each of the members.
Yeah.
Like when they did Men in Black, I think, the one where it has the bass solo at the very beginning.
Yeah.
You know, that showcased,
Yeah.
Geezer.
Yeah,
It's
Geezer Butler, yeah.
Paranoid. It showcased.
Yeah.
It showcased, Tony, and
Yeah.
then in another song
Yeah.
they showcased Bill,
Yeah.
and then the whole time they were showcasing Ozzy during the whole thing, and it
Right.
Yeah, because I think Ozzy sang, he sang 5 songs.
yeah, they
I
did
would
5
say-
songs.
Yeah.
He sang Crazy Train, Mama, I'm Coming Home, Paranoid, War Pigs, and there was a 5th one.
I
That I
can't remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't remember the 5th. Oh, Iron Man.
Iron Man, yes. And the only thing I've heard bad about the whole 8-hour show was they didn't care for Disturbed.
Oh, no.
yeah, and I think it was because some people were saying that when they did the Black Sabbath or Ozzy cover, whatever he did, he kind of rushed through the lyrics a little bit too fast.
Yeah.
But
I
I thought it was okay. I didn't, I could see that. So
people were bitching about the live stream ending early. They thought they left Ozzy sitting on the stage alone, but they didn't. Geezer and Tommy went up and both shook Ozzy's hand after the show, and then they brought a cake out for him. But the live stream didn't show that. But then they started talking about how closely when Zach Wild was playing and Ozzy was singing, how closely he was staying next to Ozzy and making sure that even to the point where Ozzy had forgotten 3 words, but
and he started singing it himself. Yeah,
he put a riff in there himself.
You got to realize Zach's been with Ozzy since what, 86?
Yeah,
mid-80s.
Fucking time. Yeah.
So he's one of Ozzy's closest friends.
Yeah.
So I mean, you got to realize that's probably one of the reasons why he's doing it, because he was trying to help his friend out, so that way his friend can enjoy his last hurrah.
Yeah,
exactly.
Because I mean, they were where the where Black Sabbath formed, right? They were in Birmingham.
Yeah, one of the big arenas there. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like where they created Black Sabbath. That was their hometown.
Right.
So where else? That's the best place to shut it out.
And can you believe there was 200,000 people there? There was not an empty seat in that whole place.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me. If we all had the ability to go see Ozzy on his last concert,
fuck yeah,
and it was within a reasonable place, yeah, we would have too.
But isn't that part of why they streamed that concert?
Yeah, but it was glitching halfway a lot throughout, because I think one of the reasons why is because when you go to stream something like that, if you get a lot of influx of people wanting to watch it, it'll slow it down and do stuff like that. And I don't think they should have, but I don't think they realized that many more people were trying to watch it online.
Yeah.
But the good thing is, though, when you paid for that, though, you get to watch the replay. And usually when you watch a replay, it won't have all those glitches.
Yeah.
It's glitching like I am today.
Pretty much it did. Because it's like when I watched, because I have a website that I can watch like any type of wrestling organization out there.
Yeah.
If I watch it live, it glitches. But if I wait till the next day and watch it, it won't glitch on me. So I think that's what a lot of people are going to eventually do.
It's the difference between streaming live and watching a recording.
Right.
Now I'm going to ask a stupid question, because I'm a stupid individual. But Fat Boy 25, I know this. I hope he knows. I have Flow Racing. How the fuck do I watch current shit? I'm sick of watching the same fucking races from 2023.
Did you pay for it?
It's on my Fubu. It's on Fubu.
Well, I think if you don't pay for it, they don't show current stuff.
Oh, you only get the fucking rerun shit on Fubu.
Yeah, you gotta pay. You gotta pay for it.
Oh, fuck. Wow.
Yeah, because I looked into that too.
That makes sense. Yeah.
They give you a taste, but they don't give you the good stuff.
I watched the same fucking race every fucking time. I didn't know who won this race. Fucking Bobby fucking Peters.
I would actually. I almost would rather watch a replay when it comes to something like that, simply because then I'm not getting the glitching and I can actually sit back and enjoy it.
There you go. Ty gave you your answer, Steve.
No,
he's right. You have to have it.
And then with that, though, you can also fast forward. When you watch a replay, you can fast forward through all the in between the races, like when they do interviews and shit like that. You can.
Oh, yeah.
Or if there's a commercial or something, because sometimes when they do intermission, they show a whole bunch of commercials.
But Steve, if you're watching a rerun of a race, if you have a friend over and they haven't seen it, bet them on who wins.
You could have Brady and Bree over and watch the race with them.
It's like, hey, listen, I have $5 on this guy.
Fuck, $5.
Right. Well,
see, I'm just saying, you don't want to make it outrageous.
Right.
They're big gamblers. So.
Right.
It's like I have $20 on 5.
Right.
I bet he's got it.
He has $20 on a squirrel winning the race at Summer Nationals. And speaking of races, you see what happened to Pierce
Yeah, he got
at
fucked
his
up.
race?
Yeah, that's all that.
A
I saw it.
couple of cars were coming around. This one guy just barely did a slide job in front of him, and that guy just started squirreling, and a whole bunch of wrecked up.
Yeah,
And when he got sideways, someone came in and basically
fucking plowed him.
T-boned him, and then he flipped around, and it's like, holy shit.
I
I don't care for the guy's attitude, but I will give him this. He is a good racer. So, I mean, despite some flaws, like when he decides to do a slide job. No, it's actually his now.
Oh my God.
All right, you guys here. I'm going to unplug the phone for a second.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you an idea of what we have been looking at weather-wise here in Central Texas all weekend.
Wow. That's
Wow.
a cool cut.
Yeah.
That's dark. That's dark.
Yeah.
So what
There's
I've
a lot of
entered
rain,
now, heading into Menard, what I've entered here is the Colorado River Basin.
Okay.
Oh.
So everything that lands here goes into the Colorado River.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Where does the Guadalupe River dump?
The Guadalupe River runs south of me,
Oh.
and that is that's the river they use for the Riverwalk in San Antonio.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, actually, the San Antonio River, which is the Riverwalk, that's
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Bubba Baker.
so the Guadalupe. When the Guadalupe came out of its canals,
Yeah.
it's huge, and that was a 26-foot wall of water that came rolling down the Guadalupe.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said it raised like 30 feet.
The Llano River, and the Colorado River, they both directly affect us where I live at.
Okay.
The Colorado River feeds Lake Buchanan, Inks Lake, and Lake Travis,
Okay.
and the Llano River feeds Lake LBJ, Lake Marble Falls.
Oh.
All right.
The Pedernales River, for the first time since I've lived here, has got water upstream, folks,
Ooh.
Wow.
up by Briarcliff and Spicewood.
Okay. So yeah, you are getting
So-
a lot of rain.
Uh-huh.
So, again, yes, this is a very tragic situation that we are dealing with here. But on the flip side of the coin, we are getting some necessary rain because we have been under dry drought conditions for 3 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Usually by this time in the summer, the grass is burned out. We're under a burn ban, and
Mm-hmm.
we can't even go out and mow because a spark could catch the lawn on fire
Yeah.
Right.
just by hitting a rock on the blade.
Yeah.
Right. I get that.
They say you just needed all that rain spread over like a month or two, instead of like
Well-
all in 1 week or a few days.
Yeah, I mean, I would have been happy with 30 days of just a nice soaking rain.
Yeah.
Right.
Just a nice, steady, heavy
Yeah.
drizzle, light rain.
Instead, we got one hell of a slam.
Yeah.
And even though, yes, we needed the water that bad, it's still,
Yeah. The soil can't soak it up that fast. So
it had a devastating result.
yeah. Well, yeah, it took out bridges and roads and trees.
Oh, yeah. My main route to work is now knocked out because it messed up Park Road 4.
Okay.
And it messed up Park Road 4 in an area that's nowhere near water.
Okay.
The village of Burnett actually got flooded.
Oh.
Yesterday, Burnett was flooded out. Like, they were fighting like hell, or City of Burnett. They were flooded out. They were fighting like hell just to get around.
Yeah.
Like, that's where my job is at.
Yep.
So I called my boss and I said, please tell me my shit truck got washed away by the rain.
You want me to show this 420?
This I just want to, so everybody can see what TJ's dealing with. I decided to pull up the radar.
Yeah, there you go. There's the weather map.
Yep.
That's the radar, and right there, like he said, right in the middle of Texas, that's that big storm he's going through. So,
And as you can see, I mean, it has weakened a little, but it's not dissipating.
It's not.
And it's staying right here.
Yeah, it's just floating over you guys.
There you go, a little bit closer to see what towns it's close to, like Goldthwaite, San Saba, Brownwood, Hamilton, Comanche, DeLon.
Yeah, it's
now you're talking
time.
You're talking a little north of me. If you look south, you'll see Llano, Llano. And Llano is right about in line with where I live at Kingsland.
Right there.
There it is.
Right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we still have a bit of the cell there.
And there's a lot of rivers that run through Llano.
Yeah, there's that.
Llano River is the main one.
Look out! Look out!
Lake Buchanan right there for them.
Yep.
Lake Buchanan is one of the biggest reservoirs in Texas.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's those rivers he's talking about right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Then you got
Now with the opening of the dams, it has allowed everything to flow.
Yeah.
Horseshoe Bay with Lake Lyndon B. Johnson.
Lake LBJ.
And there's that Llano River right there. So
yeah. So this doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon.
But you can
now up there, San Saba has been nailed badly already, and they're still getting it.
Yeah.
So we'll probably be doing some relief efforts in San Saba starting tomorrow, and we've already sent a trailer to Kerrville. That's a shower trailer, and we're getting ready to send a bunch of porta pots down there.
Oh, good.
Okay.
So we're on the ball. We're trying to get a lot done, not only in the commercial business side, but also in the personal side, where people are volunteering. They're going out. They're searching. I'm going to be one of them.
The humanitarian side.
People. Obviously, we've already got blood drives going in the area. If you are in my area of Central Texas, please go donate blood. Help out with that.
Yeah.
Anybody outside of Central Texas, food banks, whatever if you want to send something down, send us down some canned food, blankets, things of that nature.
Well, another thing I would suggest is it seemed like with a lot of other disasters I've seen in the States that actually donating to like Red Cross or some kind of charity that's already there is might help a little bit more, because I've seen videos of people sending down blankets and everything, and they're just getting thrown away because there's so much of influx of them that they don't know what to do. So, I mean, it is my suggestion too, as well. If you don't have
absolutely sending money across or one of the other charities that may be available, I will have a list for Thursday night to go ahead and go over it, and I'll have more details then.
Right, like maybe United Way or.
So maybe we should post that on our Facebook site.
Maybe Texas Christian Civic Outreach of some sort.
Exactly, something like that. So, again, like TJ said, we'll have it. We'll tell you more Thursday. If not, if we can post it, on our Facebook page, we'll.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, we'll make sure to get that out not only on the Mayhem Facebook page.
But we'll get it on the Mayhem Facebook page. Maybe we can kind of post it on the Pit Stop 420. What do you think?
And Pit Stop, and again, the next show will be exactly Saturday at noon.
Oh,
yep.
So we will be back with Ty and Steve and myself and Adam as the non-sleeping producer.
I try my best, folks. As long as you don't see me, everything's going okay.
We won't have a recap, but we will have races that happened that weekend, and who knows? what
Okay,
else.
let's see if that helped out.
Nope. No, I didn't say anything.
So yeah, basically we'll talk about the
Ah.
races that are happening that weekend, and I don't know. We might. Who knows? I have to do a few things.
Yep, we'll get it figured out. So
Yeah, that was the one thing that got me
All right,
angry
come on.
too. There, Ty. The Red Cross when the tornado went through, because I had like 3 friends that totally lost their house. I mean, it was down to the first floor. It was gone. The only thing you seen was the door to the basement.
Oh.
Because it went upstairs because they had it upstairs. And then the door is right here that goes to the basement.
Yep.
That thing was the only thing left
Oh, wow.
of his house. And I had other friends that, lost a bunch of shingles and had a 2x4 ran through their living room wall.
that's got to be scary.
Yeah. And I was actually at church when that happened. And I was in Pekin.
Okay.
And from Pekin to Roanoke was at least 50 minutes, right?
Right.
So it usually would take a 50-minute drive. Took me 2 hours just to get back home.
Damn.
Because we stayed there until they gave the all clear, right? And then they
Right.
basically just didn't have the second service because it was past the time, and they just decided to tell everybody just to go home. That way they can
Stay safe and stuff.
stay safe and see if anything happens, because part of that tornado actually hit Pekin.
Oh, wow.
And right where it hit, I actually had to go through
Okay.
to get home. And there was 2 huge trees that basically fell down and blocked the major intersection.
Okay.
So they had us going up this one road, but we couldn't take any lefts because that's where all the damage was.
Yeah.
And what usually takes about 5 minutes to drive up this road took me a half an hour because it was just basically crawling speeds.
Right.
Wow.
Basically idle. It's like you just let your foot off the brake and that's how fast you can go.
Yeah.
And then I got
You
out
just
in the
coast.
country and I was on my way home and my mom was going out because she lived in a town further away, a little bit closer to Roanoke at the time. And I'm like, Mom, I'm stuck here in Pekin. Can you go by the house, see if anything happened? Because I also heard that it actually went on the north west side of Roanoke too, through the country. So I was wanting to see if my house is still there or not, right?
Right.
Basically just tree limbs, basic tree limbs are down all over the place. But I didn't have power for like 3 days.
Ouch.
But the cool thing was a cousin of mine, down in Bloomington, had, basically the couch that I could sleep on. And so I went back, 3 days later to see how everything was and bring a couple 25-pound bags of ice to put in the deep freeze. So that way stuff will at least stay cold a little bit more.
Yeah.
So when I brought those in, I opened up the deep freeze and looked in there and I touched everything, looked around. It was still all frozen like nothing happened.
Yeah. As long as you keep it shut, that helps a lot, especially in the
I
deep
still went
freeze.
ahead and put it in the top just to be on the safe side too as well. And
yeah, I don't.
then
blame you
about
there.
a couple day later, the power went on because I decided to stay there just to,
Yeah.
But yeah, that was tough. But anyway.
Yeah.
Like I said from the beginning of the show, everything's going good for me now, so it's going to be real nice and
Good. I'm sure a lot of our listeners look forward to your broadcast from the new studio and stuff.
And see the cool thing is that once things get settled and situated right here, the basement actually has a nice room where I can actually have a big, huge hangout spot.
Right.
Because one of the rooms actually has, it has a big room. Besides the utility room and all that stuff, on the other side of the house, there's this big room. And they have a little smaller room to where the bigger room actually has a bar in it.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
So in that smaller room, I could have like a TV with a big couch, and I can have like a race party or a
There
hockey,
you
viewing. And then in the bigger room, I can have like one or two of those small bar tables, and then have a stock full, bar, and then just have a big old party as long as we don't burn anything down, or
go. Yeah.
nice backyard where I can get my exercise now because I'm going to be mowing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just maybe not during this heat.
no.
Yeah.
And then the front porch is like a Four Seasons porch where I can be out there, and I'll be
Nice.
somewhat out of the weather. I might be a little bit too hot or a little bit cold when I smoke, but at least it's nice.
There are worse things, I'm
Right. Like what Steve does and just smoke outside the window.
sure.
Steve, are you watching porn? Steve?
No.
I remember when 4G LTE was great.
Yep.
Right.
It
Oh,
used to
boy.
be
Here
the
we go
thing.
again with that.
Now it sucks balls. 4G LTE is terrible. I hate it.
Good one. Good one, Eric.
Yeah.
So, all right. So I just got an update. Is I the area has 79.
79 is the new death toll. Okay.
Oh. Dang.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a little. How about
Mm.
But the show on Saturday,
earlier was
as Ty stated, he might be there, but he might not. So it might just be Steve and I. And in fact, we might just do an impromptu show of maybe talking about hockey or some kind of nerdy thing. So that way
Yep.
Adam can be a part of it. So,
Yep. I can
because
always come on.
I mean, all that stuff is about mental health anyway. Because talking about hockey, talking about geeky stuff, helps. I'm sure might help Adam's mental health out. So my show's about mental health as well as not only just racing. So I mean,
It's like,
if we
listen,
do-
with 7 kids in my house, Lord knows I need a break.
right, exactly. So because we can talk about different stuff like that, or music, because anything that helps with mental health, because
Yeah.
music helps with mental health. Like I say, hockey. I love watching hockey. If I could,
Okay, what you got, TJ?
oh lordy. I've got the
All right.
wheel of death on Steve and on Adam, but I've got Fat 420 and I can see and hear him.
Okay.
There's Steve.
Hi.
Okay.
There's Adam. All right.
Hey.
Is this thing finally working?
No.
at the moment,
Yeah, at the moment it's working.
For the moment, right. Here, let me do you
Right.
guys a favor. I'll make this a little better. We're going to turn on this camera here.
Okay.
Oh, that definitely didn't.
As we
make
see
any
in the
better.
car,
I'd rather see the jackalope.
you'd rather see the antelope? Thanks a lot, Steve. Now I can't even get hit on by Steve. That's pretty bad.
Yep.
well, it could be worse. It could be in a hot tub with them.
Yeah.
It's really bad when even Steve is like, oh my God, ooh, that's ugly. Turn that off.
Well, at least you're not around like a dryer or a washer to get stuck in around Steve.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's true. That's true.
So, no,
Right, Ty.
so yeah, I just got as I was fighting internet, I just got an update from Yahoo News that said the death toll has now been reported to 79 in the area.
Oh,
All right.
That's sad.
Yeah.
So it is rising, folks.
no, it's going to. I mean, there's so much debris everywhere.
Okay, I will say this real quick. I'm for better lack of terms a religious guy, right? Even though I do smoke, right?
Right.
But if I hear anybody say this is the will of God that these people are dying because they're sinning, I'm going to reach through the screen and throat punch you.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Because
Yeah.
I know there
Well,
will be
one of the
people that
common-
will say something like that. And that
One of the
pisses me
common
off.
things that we used to say in New Mexico all the time when I lived there was, "Hey, flush your toilet. Texas needs water." Yeah, don't flush your toilet now. We got enough.
Yeah.
Right.
The last thing Texas needs is shitty water going through the rivers.
Well, I'll tell you what. Like, there has been enough going on with the water situation that we have had. Like, the silt coming down, trees, bridges have been taken out. It's been crazy.
Yeah.
And my boss gave me the bad news that no, my truck did not. My truck survived. I have to go to work tomorrow.
Aw.
Damn it.
The good one or the bad one?
I was really hoping, man, like if the trucks did not survive, I could have went and slept in.
Yep.
Yeah, I would have woke up and listened to Wake and Bake.
No, you wouldn't because it's not on tomorrow.
I would have woke up and listened to Wake and Bake first thing in the morning while drinking my coffee. And if it still wasn't fixed, then maybe Tuesday I could have woke up and listened to Morning Disaster.
Yeah.
And Ty's absolutely correct. If you could highlight that, Adam. There are some people that are in the area that they will not evacuate because they really do love their house and they're willing to go ahead and go with it, especially elderly people. He's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
And no, Ty, my poop truck did not float away. Damn.
Although it might be cleaner.
You know what? Yeah, being in the rain, it might be. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
It might have gotten a wash job, maybe lost a piece of toilet paper on a golf course or something,
Yeah.
or paper towel. You never know.
No, it was a stop now.
So we are actually making our way at this point into the city of Menard,
Oh,
Okay.
and this is where we change roads. We go from 190 here to Texas Route 29, which will take us back. It will take Riley and I back home.
Okay.
But we do have it's very, very, it's unnerving at this point for the area. My place is on higher ground at least, so I'm lucky there.
Okay.
But we have a lot of things that are going on in very short order.
Okay.
So let's get to some fun stuff.
Okay.
So I have decided that we need to work on getting Steve a date.
Okay.
oh boy.
Well, can you catch one as they float down the river, TJ? Maybe.
I mean, maybe there might be a couple of bovine that I could catch, but no. I mean, in all seriousness, we've got to get Steve a date.
Yeah.
Steve needs a date.
We all need love.
So 2025 is going to mark the year of Steve.
Well, maybe 2026 because we got to have some time to work on this. Okay.
Okay.
Oh fuck, we've been working on it for 20 fucking years. Why not another year? This is another year.
Well, I mean, if we can make it happen next year, that'd be great. But we got to find you a date.
Yep.
I got a date.
And I am going to say this up front, and I hope everybody listens as we discuss this.
Uh-oh.
For Steve, I am willing to forego certain looks qualities
Okay.
to find someone who is a little more, shall we say, promiscuous.
Okay.
So Sandy Balint's back in the running, huh?
So Sandy Balint would be in the running, yes.
I just want you to know, I'm like Hank Williams Jr. If her hair ain't longer than mine, I don't want her. Her hair gonna be longer than mine.
Okay.
And that doesn't
So,
count
all
me.
right. So then that would mean that Dan's out, right?
Oh, yeah.
You mean even Summer Breeze is in line for getting on a date with Steve?
Well, Dan was. If anybody listens to Morning Disaster, back in December, Steve did a. No, that is a grocery store. Steve did a list.
Okay.
And the list was his dream threesomes. And Dan was on that list. Him and Big D and Dan.
Yes, it was the Big D and Steve extravaganza.
That's right. That's what it was.
And Dan had to be on the list because I wanted Jen on the list. Big D didn't want Jen on the list. So I'm like, well, I want Jen on the list. He said, well, then I want Dan on the list. I'm like, whatever. I'll compromise Jen for Dan. Hell yeah.
So Jen.
Oh, okay. So that was a compromise then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is the plan to fill Jen's 3 holes? I mean,
I'd fill all Jen's holes.
I bet you would.
All right, Riley, go ahead and use the bathroom. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, it's a road trip, boys.
On that note, Riley needs to take a dump.
It is a road trip. Every once in a while, you just got to park and let them go piss.
It's like,
Well, that's what. Didn't you teach him how to piss into a Gatorade bottle?
Hey, you know what, Steve? Ty has a good question there. If the facial hair is longer than your genitalia, does that count?
No, I prefer no facial hair. I prefer no facial hair.
Hey, what if the date doesn't like to pay? Is that okay?
I don't care. Don't expect much out of me. McDonald's, maybe. You might get a dollar drink at McDonald's then.
All right. Well, what? All right. Tell me what the perfect first date is.
Well, that'd be a 2 for $20 Applebee's dinner, and then a blowjob afterwards. I'll buy. I'll buy.
Give her a little bit of Steve's special dessert.
but it has to be Applebee's or Chili's or someplace that has unlimited something. Yeah, I think Applebee's has unlimited wings right now.
It'll be a dirt race with a couple of spoon burgers.
All right, so
and a couple of beers.
I'm sorry, this is entertaining here. So you're telling me that the perfect first date is the Applebee's 2 for $20, and then you must be orally satisfied afterwards.
That would be the perfect date, yes.
By someone. Notice he was not by the date. It was by
do you have to be orally satisfied by your date?
I prefer that.
Not
by myself. I can't orally satisfy myself.
And then go into the glory hole.
No. Okay. All right. Okay. So, Steve, why don't you tell me about your perfect girl?
Yep.
Oh, perfect girl.
Yes. Tell me about your perfect girl. What do we have to look for to make sure that you have the perfect woman? So, I mean, would she have the ability to talk you out of performing crimes?
Morgana.
Possible. I don't know.
Possibly? Okay. Well, describe her to us.
They can be anywhere between. Oh, I don't want another short one like the X. So I'll just say let's say 4'11" to 5'7".
Okay.
Anyway, it don't wait. My weight. Well, I don't want no 10-ton Tessie. She can be bigger. She can be a big one.
So basically, someone that weighs less than you is what you're saying.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Prefer with someone that weighs less than me. Although I will have sex with a woman that weighs more than me, but not a whole lot more. But I don't. No, I'm not gonna do redheads. Sorry, redheads. I don't do redheads.
Okay.
I've been in trouble for me in the past. So yeah.
All right. So So if she has a little facial hair, is that okay?
No, I don't want facial hair.
Okay.
But if she can take her teeth out, that's a plus.
Okay, so Steve wants a gummy. Great.
Okay, so no teeth is exceptional.
Yeah, we can.
That's a bonus.
Well, I would prefer to have teeth for at least the conversation, But if they want to take them out later, that's fine.
My son is currently sitting in the passenger seat looking like he's going to throw up.
I'm gonna have to drink for that one.
Even if
It's good. He says a little bit of both. He might throw up, and he's going to start cracking up.
Okay, so we have a blonde or brunette.
Yeah.
4'11" to 5'7".
Yeah.
Okay.
Has to weigh less than you.
Yep.
She needs to have teeth. Like
you can
when
have
she's
them.
talking.
Yeah.
However,
Right.
if she can remove them for the festivities
That's
afterward,
that's a plus.
that's a bonus.
Yep.
Okay.
I
Anything
prefer
else?
no body hair other than her head. I don't want hair under her arms. She can have a bush. That's fine. I've dealt with bushes all my life.
So you don't want a you don't want a hippie, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
It depends on how much hair she got underneath her arm. Just a little bit, yeah. But I don't like the ones that got more hair than I do under my arm.
You don't want a woman with a carrot top underneath her arm.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
You don't want to have to stroll through the jungle
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
to have your fun. Okay.
All right. Can she be related to anybody you know? Is that okay?
Oh yeah, I can be related to anybody. Yeah, you can be related to me. Hell, I don't care.
Oh, that was a good one. Ty asked, "What about wigs or weave?"
Yeah.
Wigs or weave? That's a good question. Yeah.
And I dated when I dated the hooker. Well, I don't know if she was a hooker or what in Chicago. She had beautiful hair. Then one day she came in when she didn't have it in. I said, "What the fuck was happening to your hair?" She said, "Oh, I didn't put it in." I said, "You didn't put it in? What the fuck you talking about?" Oh, that's all. That's weaved in stuff. I'm like, put it back in because you're not ugly. You're not pretty with short hair. And that night she robbed me. I'm fucking bitch.
Man, Steve, you've had some adventures with women. I'll say that. All right.
Yeah.
So what if, hypothetically speaking,
Oh boy.
what if you were all of a sudden told that you know someone who has a sister and their sister might be available?
Oh hell yeah.
It's like just as long as the relation is not a direct relation to Steve.
As long as this isn't going to cause
immediate family.
As long as this isn't a problem with this
Hey,
person.
there you go. There's another one. Ty says, cat or dog lover, Steve?
It doesn't matter. I love them both. If they love me, I love them. I don't. No bearded dragons, snakes, turtle, bullshit like that.
Okay, so no
Cat or dog,
reptiles.
that's fine.
Oh,
No
what about a
fucking
fish?
raccoon. Fish are fine as long as it don't touch me.
What about 50 Alaskan Malamutes?
Nah, too many.
How about a tarantula?
Wow. It has to stay in a cage. I don't touch them.
Okay, so it's got to stay in its enclosure.
Yeah.
Ty seems to be helping us out on
Beer,
this.
beer, whiskey. Well,
That,
Does it have to be
beer or whiskey.
Yep.
It
beer
doesn't
type of
matter.
woman or a whiskey type of woman.
whichever one she wants to get drunk on. I'm not a big. I'll drink. I'll drink rum and coke.
420 friendly or not 420 friendly?
Oh, definitely
That's-
420 friendly.
Now, the thing is,
Okay.
is it the real 420 friendly or the fake 420 friendly? Or does that matter?
That doesn't matter to me. I mean, I know. If she gets high, that's fine.
What if she's one of your relatives?
Okay. That's no problem.
What about a tight kitty or a loose kitty?
Wow. Probably at my age, I'm going to go with a little looser titties. I don't like them too firm. I like a little saggy.
No.
Kitty.
Kitty.
Kitties.
Steve, what if she's related to you?
Okay. Oh,
You're okay with that?
yeah. Well, I don't want them to be friendly with 420. I want them friendly with 420. I want a 420 friendly, not 420
Steve,
with friendly.
so Steve, are you okay if she's one of your relatives?
Yeah. Yes.
Like, is she cousin, or does she need to be like second cousin? Before you
I
get
prefer
down to
second cousin or ladder. But
Okay.
I would begin with second cousins. Yeah,
Okay.
I wouldn't.
Well, you do realize in Illinois you can marry your first cousin in certain
Oh.
instances.
Well, I don't. Most of my first cousins are all older than me, so they're all.
So what you're saying
Yeah,
is they shouldn't be older
Yeah,
than
because
you.
my brother's the youngest, and he's 50, 52. So I
But
think TJ's frozen.
Yeah, TJ's frozen.
Oh, either that or he's going to ask me that question again. Steve, are you okay with relatives?
One more
All right,
time.
Steve, I have a question for you from my son. He said top or bottom?
Oh shit, we missed it.
Top or bottom, Steve?
Top or bottom?
Top or bottom?
Is this a you prefer to be top or bottom, or she
Top.
needs to be?
I prefer to be on the bottom, honestly.
Okay.
I want her to ride me.
So you want her to do a little hop on pop type of deal?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, is location a big deal too? Ty wants to know.
Within a 50
Oh,
mile
so Steve
radius
wants her
of
to
my
do a little
house.
pop, lock, and drop.
50-mile radius, pop, lock, and drop. Gotcha.
Yeah.
50-mile radius.
Yeah. My old truck would probably go farther, but 50 miles is about
And mind you, okay, guys, now remember, we are looking for someone who will willingly date Steve. We don't have to pay her.
Yeah, unwillingly sounds a bit too rapey.
Exactly.
So
Unwillingly is I do not condone unwillingness in any type of a romantic encounter.
Willingly, that's age.
We here at Mayhem's Amigos do not condone unwilling dating or beyond that. So please, what you do in your own bedroom is what you do there. But we don't. Unwilling is, we're not for that here on the show.
I hate to say too young, but
What is it, 18 to 80?
let's say 28 to 80.
What's the age you're looking for?
28 to
28
8.
to 80.
Okay.
18 to 80?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would probably, if an 18-year-old came up to me and say, Mr. Stanton, can we have sex? I probably would do it. So.
Dude, 18, you're robbing. 18 should still.
Not if they consent. They're going to come to me and ask for sex. I'm not going to them. Although
I mean, it's a solid number. It's legal, but I'm still like,
Yeah.
that's
Well,
gross.
We're after
I have a little bit
not
more
a
moral. I have a little bit more moral than Steve. I want them to at least be 21, so that way I can take them out for a drink.
Well, like I said, originally 28 to 80. So however, they've been drinking for a while, so they know what they like to drink. So take them out and get them drunk.
Well, if they're younger and they don't know what to drink, then you give them what you want to drink, so that way they can.
Oh, 28. I think I could handle that.
Yeah.
Just a little bit better, honestly.
Yeah.
Because that 18 to 80, that's disturbing.
Ty, I think, has
All
this right. Sorry, Steve. If an 18-year-old comes up to you, she has uncle or daddy issues.
And run.
Yeah.
But
No
realistically, I'll have
Steve would give her some more issues.
Steve would give her subscriptions.
All right, so we've got to get a picture of Steve. We got to put Steve in one of these dating sites and get a picture of him.
Oh.
You know, like one with him wearing his pussy shirt.
Oh shit!
Give him a shirt that says "Down to Pound."
What is the dating site?
Yeah.
I need to find my shirt because I said drunk chicks love me.
No,
I need to
all he
wear that
needs
one.
is his "I'm only here for the pussy" shirt.
That sums it up. Pretty
Well, I can always wear my Leviticity T-shirt that says "We're not about Satan, we're about pussy."
Set him up on the site.
What, did we lose?
You
TJ
know,
again?
I want
Okay, there he is.
it's not.
No.
And that's just wrong.
Well, here's another question though, Steve. Do you want A or something bigger? How big or is too big? Is there something too big?
What's your cup size preference?
Yes.
Oh no, there's no
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. F's. Yeah.
F.
G's even.
So you're the bigger the better.
I think that the biggest girl I ever dated was a triple F.
Oh shit.
So Steve, what you want is something you can hold your hands around,
Oh, definitely.
like a two-handed titty.
Oh yeah, it's definitely more than a mouthful.
Okay.
The nipple itself is a mouthful.
Okay.
Okay, here's the next question.
Okay.
How about the size of the areolas and the nipples?
Oh, I don't care about that.
So if it's like about the size of a 5-inch brown circle with a nipple the size of your pinky, it'll be okay.
The nipples as puffy as the end of a pinky there.
As long as they
Yeah.
push you, I like to play with them, push me in, want to pop back out.
Right.
It's like, okay, can this woman fuck you in the ass with her
Steve, do
nipple?
you have a weight limit?
Yeah, he said that earlier. As long as they're not heavier than him.
Yeah.
as long as they're not heavier than me.
Okay.
So I mean, they could be.
All right, so we
300 pounds.
have to keep her under 330 pounds.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, there you go. Does she have to be? Does she have to be good with cock?
She has to be really good with caulk.
Do
That's
you want
one
her to
thing.
be good with white caulk or black caulk?
White caulk, I prefer.
Or
Okay,
brown cock. or even yellow cock.
Yeah, yellow, even kind of yellow. A little bit of yellow, a little opaque color.
Okay. Do you want her to have just a little bit of experience with caulk, or do you want her
All
to
right.
be a caulk
Be good with
master?
cock.
Oh, I want her to. It doesn't matter, I would really like to.
You just don't want her to be frightened
I'd
of
like
caulk?
I'd like to squirt a load on a virgin. Right in her face.
All right, Steve. Here you go. Are you looking for something that's just
For
going
fuck's
to
sake.
get benefits, or are you looking for an actual long-term relationship?
That's a good question. That's a very good question. I would take either or. At this point in time, yeah, I would take a slam bam. Thank you, ma'am. And, just get my rocks just so I don't have to use my left hand. Let somebody else do it for a while.
They just have to be down to fuck, TJ.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's all.
I don't care. Yeah.
Hey, that's the name of a punk song too.
Okay. What if she was related to Fat 420?
Uh-oh.
Well,
Use your words wisely, there, Steve.
I tried.
Would
to
that be
date
okay?
Bubba's. I tried to date Bubba's aunt, so.
Because you got
I
to
think I
realize.
just got the bird for 420.
Here's the thing. TJ knows if anything happens to a relative of mine, you'll be needing to get some bail money for me. So,
Well, I'll have your bail money set aside.
Yeah.
okay, that's good.
I'll put 10 grand back for your bail.
Damn.
Well, let's just put it this way. Last time a family member had some issues, what usually take an hour to drive, I got there in about 20 minutes.
I remember that.
The only time I slowed down was when I was going through those couple small towns in between here and Havana. Other than that, open road, I had that thing pegged.
And then he came by my place and raided my beer on the way home.
No, I didn't go that
well
far.
done.
I wanted to, but I had to take that friend, that relative, to a safe space so that way they can be safe. And then, anyway,
All
the
right,
point
so
being is, watch your P's and Q's if it's one of my relatives.
what if it was one of Adam's sisters?
Nope, that's not going to happen.
Because I know he's got a crazy one.
Now, well, hold on. Are we talking sisters or stepsisters?
Doesn't matter.
Stepsisters, I'm willing to. They can. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you'll give up the stepsisters, but your blood sisters, no.
Yeah.
Well, I don't blame you on that one. Yeah.
Do you have a crazy stepsister?
Of course. Doesn't everyone have a crazy stepsister nowadays? At least one.
I had two.
Exactly.
Stepsister?
It's like there are 4 that you could choose from.
You can have those. You can have those two. Those two stepsisters you can have.
Yeah. I have 4 stepsisters. You have
Oh,
a choice.
damn.
Are any of them close to me?
I don't know. I think most of them are in the Springfield area.
Darn it.
So
Yeah, I'm mad at Bubba the Baker. He never got me a hot chick from Pekin.
He ain't never got me one either.
yeah.
That cocksucker.
I think he is.
Oh.
Maybe that's why I didn't get anything from him.
Either that or he's just hoarding it all for himself.
Yeah.
Well, there's very few and far between hot-looking chicks in Pekin, so I can see why. They're usually like about 90 pounds soaking wet, no teeth, and going half the time.
Now, see, that might be a little bit like I was watching this TikTok where they go through some place called Kinston or something, where all the druggies hang out somewhere.
Oh,
And
yeah,
it's a
Pennsylvania, Kingston, Pennsylvania.
Yeah. And there's all kinds of nasty looking women. Although there are a few women I would consider. There's a couple of them now. There's the one that's got a big bulge on her arm. I'm like, nah, I don't know. I don't think I could deal with that. Her eyes
right,
are
so,
crossed. Everything else.
I'm gonna.
That's what I thought.
Is that so?
Do what?
You're glitching when you're saying whatever you're saying.
Yeah.
I said I have an ugly stepsister.
An ugly stepsister.
Yeah, I have those.
Looks are only skin
Yeah.
deep.
And Steve's hoping to get further than skin deep.
He's wanting to try out some beef curtains.
Mhm.
And as
Do
I
you
said-
have an stepsister with?
Yeah, yes, Ty.
Do I have a stepsister with auto tune? I imagine. It's like,
Well, you
like
need,
I said,
you
I have
need to-
4
you need to-
stepsisters,
you
so
need to send pictures to Steve so that way he can decide then.
Oh, yeah. I'm on Facebook dating all the time.
yeah.
I haven't had it. I used to have luck with it. But
You know,
I haven't had
I tried a few of those Facebook groups
luck. Yeah.
that are for dating, and it seemed like 75% of the women on there are bots.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. I had one the other day that came up on my Facebook dating, and it said she lived in Peoria, but I had seen her on TikTok, and she lived in Florida, and her name was Debbie. I'm like, I thought you lived in Florida. She said, no, I live in Peoria. I know you don't. You did. I watched your TikTok, you stupid bitch. Oh, and she disappeared.
So the one I was chatting with, she was good. She was older than me, but she's still good looking for her age.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I go, okay, if you're 420 and want to fuck all the time, then you're the woman for me. And then all of a sudden, about 10 minutes later, I noticed that I was blocked.
Yeah. or you get going and say, "Oh, I can't wait till you come over and suck my dick."
So maybe we've got a candidate with one of Adam's stepsisters that he's one.
No,
Yes.
you shouldn't keep the pool just my stepsisters. Let's broaden that, shall we? I don't need Steve to become a family member if we can avoid that.
Okay.
So it's okay to Steve to move in with me, but it's not okay for him to be a
But
family
Steve would
member?
be a good family member for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
here's somebody that lives in Mackinac. Where the hell is Mackinac?
It is about 15 minutes.
Mackinac is where I was raised.
Oh, Brenda, she's 60. And
Brenda what?
don't give
Please
their
tell
last
me it's
name.
Brenda Hubbard. That'd be perfect for you.
It doesn't give their names. I can show you a picture though.
Dude, that's Brenda Hubbard. Yeah.
How about that? She's easygoing, not into games or one night stand. She wants a serious relationship.
How can you
Okay.
want a serious relationship but be okay with a one-night stand?
Though, Steve.
Okay, I heard her. I liked it.
So you swiped right?
Yeah. There's a lot. I get a lot of them from Pekin and Peoria.
Well, is it where your settings
West.
are set up?
Yeah, because I have it within 50 miles.
Well, 50 miles is Peoria, so
Yeah.
Peoria, Bloomington,
Yeah, Peoria, Bloomington.
almost Decatur.
Yep, I get Decatur ones. I figured that's about. I've had a couple, but nothing. I get a couple. Oh yeah, we'll be matched. That was it. So I just keep on. That's the only one I'm on.
I remember in high school we did a whole, not really, it wasn't a dating thing, but it was like see who matches with you.
Right.
And oddly enough, one of the girls that I actually liked matched me more than her boyfriend did.
Right.
And it's like, hey, we're matching. He's like, yeah, but he's cuter. I'm like, that's the story of my life.
Yep.
You back, TJ?
The only thing that scares me about Brenda is that's the town I was raised in, and I really don't know if I want Steve going into Mackinac.
But I thought you lived in Texas now. The only thing keeping you in Illinois is Riley. It's not like he's like moving in on someone in your family, TJ.
Well, I mean, there's you guys too.
Oh my God, this is.
Well, she is closer to me. Maybe I'll hop on her.
There you
I'm
go.
going to share this with our
There you go.
page. I'm watching right now. Oh, this is Dale. A video from the Lano River outside Kingsland, Texas. Watching a power of the flash flooding. I put it in the chat room.
Yes, please do. You guys could kind of see. Is that from Slab Road? Can you see that, Steve?
Yeah, I can see it. It says, I can't tell what it just says. Watch the power of flash flooding on this video from the Lano River outside Kingsland, Texas. It's crazy. Oh, you can.
So that's literally right by me.
There's a whole
All right,
bunch
so
of
go ahead and
people
go up. If you could put that into the, you put it into the chat, Adam. If you could share that and play it, please.
I am trying.
That road probably not going to be there much longer.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, there it is.
Here we go.
All right, go ahead and hit play on that. That. That appears. Yes, that appears to be slab road. So that road is actually designed. Yes, that is slab road. That road is actually designed for the river to go over it.
Oh.
Okay.
that is actually a very popular swimming hole.
When
Not
it's
very
not
deep,
flooded.
yeah.
Let's go back.
Oh, it's deep because you can see it from mountain to mountain. It's all flooded, all that area.
And you can see way back there. Yeah, it's coming.
And then yeah, you can see if that guy moves his head, you can actually see it coming.
Juanita. Wow. Juanita, move back.
And there it goes. There it goes.
Hey, that guy better watch out. Ice might be after him.
The state troopers, 2 state troopers standing right there.
Oh,
Here
there
it
it
comes.
Here it comes.
All right, so what you're about to see is what the river looks like when it comes over slab road.
Yeah, you better get the fuck out of the way. Now the road won't wash away. Oh my God.
No, it's made for that.
Yeah, they need to get further off of the bridge. They're on the bridge right now.
Damn.
See, it's over the river, over the bridge,
Yeah.
right there in the background.
There it comes.
And you
There
said
you
how
go.
far? And you said how far is that away from where you are, where you live?
From
TJ?
where I live, I could be there in about 5 minutes.
Wow,
Yeah,
that close to you.
That's that close to where I live, yes.
But you said
All right, so you see how they're backing off of the bridge now.
Yeah.
And like I said, Steve, and everybody as well, that road is actually designed for the river to come over it like that, just in case of this type of a situation.
Oh. So
Yeah.
after
And
it
that water
recedes, they
coming
just
up
go and
the
clean it
road
off.
for the people now. And
Now, Slab Road has been closed
Oh, baby.
since the 4th of July.
Oh.
Oh, wow, that's wild.
yeah.
That road has been closed since the 4th of July, since all of this started.
So for 3 days, or
Yes.
3 days, yeah.
Now, once everything recedes and we get back to normal flow of water, then that road will be reopened. And like I said, that's also a very popular swimming hole because the rapids that come across the granite turn that into a natural water slide.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Actually, Riley and I went swimming down there last year.
Okay. This time you could have took it on a float through the state.
Right now, I would not put a rubber raft on anything that we've got.
Yeah.
Too many rapids that can bust that raft, and then you
Well,
can go on.
It's the rapids, it's the logs, it's the debris, it's everything that's in the water right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So now I'm right outside of Mason. So I'm actually skirting south of the bigger cell to head back to home. And it's a little clearer here. It looks like Mason actually handled everything okay.
Okay.
I was in Mason County when I hit a fawn on the way out. I was kind of a little bit pissed about that.
Huh.
Didn't damage my car, though.
Okay.
Well,
So, you know, we've got a lot of stuff that's going on here. And again, that's pretty much the nature of this flood right now. But it is doing, despite all the bad, it is doing the one thing we really needed. It is refilling our basins. It's getting our groundwater back, and it's getting our water table back up.
right.
Well,
Right.
that's definitely important since you guys have been in a drought for the last 3 years.
Right.
Yes. Like I said, basically by the end of June, every year since I have lived down here, the grass has been brown. It's been burned out. It isn't burned out this year. It's still green, still looks good. Unfortunately, I still have to mow it. I wish I had a friend that lived here that loved to mow grass and make it look good.
Well, hey, you got someone sitting right next to you that'll have to mow it for the next 20 years. So
Well, somebody sitting right next to me has got a lot of work he's going to be doing for a $275 deductible on a phone. So, all right, I'm coming into Mason now.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I got a buddy of mine trying to text me at the same time. Are you busy? Yeah, actually.
Yeah, a little bit.
I've got something very important I'm taking care of right now.
Oh, you gotta
Aw,
go pee.
The show.
You hear that? You hear that, guys? We're important. Aw.
That's a shocker.
Thanks, TJ. No, that's a shocker.
True. True.
So, if we're kind of weathering out of this. So, all right. So we've kind of got Steve's profile written for his perfect woman and first date.
Yeah.
Okay. 420. You're on the goal list too.
For what?
So what is your perfect first date?
Race car with a couple sandwiches and a beer from there, and then.
All right. So a couple of pork chop sandwiches and a beer and go to the racetrack.
Pretty much. Smoke a little weed.
Even Riley is sitting here going, that's a good date.
Smoking a little weed before, during, and after. If it goes anywhere else, then hey, cool.
Okay, are you looking for the quick hook or a long connection?
I prefer the long connection, but if a quick hook happens, I guess it happens.
Okay.
They need to weigh less than me. 21 to at least 70. Average, I wouldn't say like flat, like emo girl flat, but not huge like Morgana or Dolly Parton type big. I prefer the tighter kitty, not titty. And it don't matter what color they are because it's all pink on the inside.
Okay.
Bubba the Baker's in here. He says his perfect first date. Oh, damn it. Go ahead. His perfect first date is a picnic with an RC Cola, and then he gets orally satisfied.
Sounds like a pretty good picnic, honestly.
By the way, 420, Ty says, no, you are not borrowing the race car for the first date.
Oh, damn it.
Julian, my first date, we went to a park.
Well, hey, that guy up in Kankakee, he's selling some of his
I know.
Crown Vics for $1,200.
Yeah, well, if not the fucking good ones.
No, but Ty says you can say you're a part of the late race team so you can get some of the pit lizards.
True.
There you go. They could help shift your gears.
That would be cool.
Yeah, but the track, though, that Ty is racing at, they ain't very pretty.
I don't give a shit.
Okay, so all right, do looks matter?
Nope.
For me?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like Steve says, I don't want them to have the same size mustache as I do.
Well, yeah. I prefer they resemble on a female.
I don't prefer a Guns N' Roses Bush.
You don't want them to come up to you and say, it'll be better after the surgery.
Welcome to the jungle.
I don't want them to be a lady boy.
Okay.
No offense.
All right, so you don't want any additional equipment?
Yeah.
No.
I prefer innies, not outies.
Okay.
Me too.
Man, let me see.
What else? Height, honestly, don't really matter to me because I have seen some hot looking midgets. I've also seen some hot looking like 6.5, 7 foot chicks.
There you go, 420.
So
Just saying.
Boy, 420, Ty's not giving you a whole lot of credit.
that ain't too far from the truth because, like I said, I'm only 10 minutes away. So
Yeah.
it'll be like, oh, I found some. Ty, I'll be back in about 20 minutes.
I forgot something at the house. She's going to come with me.
I forgot something that, yeah.
So, for both of you guys, personality. How does the personality have to be?
Well, for me, I don't really care for them to be like down all the time. I'd rather them be a little bit bubbly. I mean, if they have a issue here and there with like being sad, that happens. That's life. But I don't want someone that dwells on negativity.
Yeah.
Steve, are you worried about a personality?
Wow.
Oh, and they can only have one.
Oh, you one personality. Yes.
I don't care if they have. I don't care.
Well, okay, that knocks out every woman on earth.
Yeah, see, I'm not
Can only have one personality. You're never getting that.
Well, one personality at a time, or like
That's
one
a better
personality
question.
a day, or
Well, it's 10 minutes one way, so that's why I said 20.
yeah.
5-7 minutes to get there, 3 minutes, then 5-7 minutes back.
Well, do you want to say that?
I
on
like Bubba
show?
the Baker's answer. Easy going, not a bitch.
Hold on, we have a special guest here. Julie wants to comment on the the multiple personality thing. Just a second.
This ought to be good.
One personality a day. Women are not capable of such things.
There we go. Okay, well, let's just say this.
So there you go.
At least no more than 3.
No more
There
than
you go.
3. Okay, I think 3 is doable. 3 should be doable, right, guys?
So
Because I don't mind.
max-
If they're insane, that's okay. Because if we're getting in a fight, we're going to fight together. I want her to be totally going batshit crazy, but at the same time, I want her to be cool, calm, and like chill. And then in between,
So, yeah, you do want 3. You want, calm, cool, and collected. In the bed, you want a freak. So there's another personality.
right?
And then if things go wrong, you want her to be certifiably insane.
Yes.
So that
That usually happens when.
Yeah.
But the certifiably insane usually occurs during the shedding of the uterine lining. Every month.
Yeah. For about
True.
a week. Yeah.
But the thing is, when we're in bed doing it, I don't want her to lay like a corpse, like some people we know had that issue with.
Yeah. You don't want a cold fish.
I don't want a cold fish.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind an Asian more because of the way they're high pitched when everything's going.
Yeah. Well, you said you did want a tight wonton, right?
Yeah. I might get one next door. Who knows?
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Or if I'm sitting out on the front porch and I see this hot looking black chick walk down the road, I'll
Pretty-
be like, come over here.
So we got a pretty basic attractiveness and personality profile for both Steve and 420. We've got to find these guys women.
Oh, Todd. Oh, I'm glad his wife don't watch this show.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, probably a good thing.
I've met her and I'm scared of her, so.
We've got to find Steve and 420 women within the next couple of years.
Yeah. So what? We have until the end of 2026.
Now, with that
If we
said-
do not make it happen by the end of 2026, then somebody's going to get it.
The great odometer was set.
Basically, I would say if she's my height, maybe a little bit shorter, petite with C's, blonde, blue eyes.
Okay, is that a minimum C or a maximum C?
Medium. Not a B, but not a D.
Okay. All right.
No, that's not happening, Ty.
I just didn't know if you minded bigger than a C.
Well, I mean, if it happens, sure.
You just didn't want smaller than a C.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
At least to have a mouthful.
Okay.
Now with the areolas, though, about the size of the can. With the pinky.
Okay, with a pinky nipple.
And like a dark brown.
I am not saying who's going to get it. I cannot do anything. I live in Texas. So, but if Steve or 420 don't have a date before New Year's Day 2027, somebody's going to get it.
Uh-oh. Does this become a competition with a punishment for those who don't succeed?
Somebody's going to get it. Somebody's going to get it.
So hold on. Is the rule
and that also means Steve cannot deliberately sabotage it.
Well, does this mean they have to score for it to count, or they have to have a date for it to count?
No, I'm looking for a date. They don't have to score for it to count. Bonus points if they do. They just got to get a date.
Well, the reason I say that is because to score, someone could just pay for it. Just saying. But if we're trying, like, okay, you got to go.
So basically, if you really wanted to help TJ out, Adam, you can have one of your 4 stepsisters and pay him $50 to have.
I don't care what he says. I'm not shaving my head.
Okay, how about putting air on your ball on your gooch hair and shave it off?
I'm not the one that's going to get it. Somebody's going to get it, but it's not going to be me.
What if they both succeed before the end of 2026? Then
look,
you
guys have basically 18 months to get these 2 guys a date.
Yeah.
It's been 20 years. Is it going to happen in 18 months?
It's been 2 years for me.
It's going to happen in 18 months. Have some faith, brother.
Steve.
Dude, I gave it faith a long time ago.
Steve, when was the last time you had a date?
Date?
Not a fuck. A date.
Yeah.
With Shelly.
Because that's what we're saying. At least that's what I'm gathering, right, TJ?
You go out, you have a date. You talk, you eat dinner, you take a walk, you get to know each other. You decided that's a compatible fit or not.
Okay.
I'm going to go and try to get you pregnant. A date.
Okay, so we're talking just a date, not a hookup.
Okay.
A date. You don't have to score to win this game.
Well, then that would just be...
We hope you guys do.
That would just be like 2 years ago when I met this chick, and I met her after the St. Patrick's Day parade, and we went to dinner, and then she took me home, and then she dumped me, or she went to prison, so they didn't get anywhere.
Okay, so TJ, does a conjugal visit count as a date?
There was no exchange of bodily fluids.
I'm going to have to consider that for a moment.
Okay.
Maxwell Road is about 15 minutes from me, so.
And Ty has a good rule here. The hand doesn't count in this competition.
I agree with Ty. Fat 420 is going to have to go over to his other show on iVlog.tv here pretty soon. So let's go ahead and get Fat 420's final thoughts before he bugs out.
Final thoughts, everybody. We'll be back this Saturday, noon Central, with Fat 420's Pit Stop with Ty and Steve. Hey, I said it right that time.
Good job.
We will talk about the shows, upcoming, race shows, and Ty might not be on because he had previous engagements. And if that's the case, then we will have Adam, producer, on, and we'll talk about geeky stuff and hockey and stuff like that, because that's all a part of some people's mental health, because like I said, the show is about mental health. So, and watching hockey and talking about geeky stuff helps people out,
Yep.
So that's that. And tonight, as soon as the show's over with, hop on to iVlog.tv to Third Eye Vision, and I'll be spinning records. I'll be doing Misfits, Metallica, and Nirvana.
Are you going to play a little bit of Black Sabbath for Ozzy?
All right.
And well, yeah, actually, that's what I was going to do, because in between while I'm flipping the records, I play another song while I'm flipping the records. So all those songs will be Ozzy or Black Sabbath songs.
Okay, cool.
So when we talk about anything
All
and
right.
everything there, like we do here. So yeah.
All right.
And then other than that, I'll see you back here Thursday night.
Yep.
All right.
That's right.
My
Thursday
final
night, 9 p.m., back on normal schedule.
thought. So there we go.
All right.
So, hey, I've finally gotten back into Llano County.
Yay.
All right.
And Riley's sitting here like I've got the AC set on, frozen meat or something.
Look at me. I might as well be frozen meat.
It's like, Riley, you have plenty of time. Some girls will treat you.
Yeah. I told him I was going to stop by the chicken place and get us some Cajun chicken.
Okay.
That'll warm him up.
Yep.
Cajun's not spicy.
All right, so I'm surprised you guys aren't grilling me on this.
Well, I'm at least kind of giving you some space after what happened.
All right. See you all guys later.
Oh.
I gotta go.
All right, take it easy, 420.
It's like,
Like I
no,
said, I'm
kinda-
surprised you haven't started grilling me on, what I'm looking for.
Well, at this point, we're at the 2-hour mark, so maybe that'll be a Thursday show. Kind of let
That's
things calm
true.
down. So, but we will get to you, TJ.
Why do I feel like the sacrificial lamb at this point?
Well, you started it, so you're gonna have to finish it.
All right, Steve, your final thoughts tonight.
Oh shit. Final thoughts.
Ladies, that man's available. Look at that face.
Sorry, but there will be no Bake in the morning. We don't have a producer. She's still under the weather. I'll be back Tuesday with the morning disasters, and I'll be back Tuesday evening with the shit show on Southern Fried Radio.
There you go.
All right. Adam, your final thoughts.
Save me and Julie from these fucking kids.
Do
All
what?
7 of them. It's like we just need someone to babysit these kids for I don't know, a few days. We are losing our fucking minds here.
Just think, Rhino,
Dude,
Rhino
you've only
does
got a
it.
couple more weeks to go, okay?
Rhino,
Got
Rhino,
a couple more weeks. Yeah,
Maybe
Rhino
maybe
does it
another
every-
4 or 5 months, but hey.
we have a month minimum.
Rhino fucking does it every fucking day.
Yeah,
Having
that's okay.
kids
That's okay. I'm
and
cool.
a baby.
Yep. Well,
It's
I have
funny.
a baby too.
Last
but-
night, I
Hey,
was
congratulations to Ty, who
Oh, yeah.
starts his day shift at CAT at 5 a.m. tomorrow and finally getting out of heat treat. Good for you, buddy.
Yay.
watching,
Happy
Get out of the
for you.
blast furnace.
bedtime. God damn, dude. It's only 6 o'clock. I used to stay up till 9. I used to stay up till 9 to get up 5.
Well, no, he may need.
All right,
to
everyone,
recover
I
from
will-
shit.
Everyone, I want to thank you for tuning in, and a special thanks to everyone who tunes in on the replay as well, and they listen to it. You guys all make us, you make the show happen for us. We really enjoy doing it, and you guys make it all worthwhile.
Oh, yeah.
can find them on Weird Frequencies if it goes at 8 o'clock tonight. And I do use the word if.
Yep, that's the plan.
Please keep Central Texas in your prayers and everything that we are dealing with right now with the flooding. Always check out everything Steve's doing, because no matter what he's doing, you're going to get a laugh.
Yeah.
And as somebody who has a face like that, if somebody could zoom in on Steve real quick, someone who has a face like that, that looks so innocent and loving, how he does not have a girlfriend yet is beyond me. So ladies, get this hunk of a man. Please, everyone, continue to share the show with the people that you know and keep us growing, keep the network growing. I'm TJ. That's Adam. And of course, we've got the Stain. And for 420, Squirrel, and Irene as well. This has been Mayhem's Amigos, and we'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.